I always take a note of games like these because it's like if I meet someone that's like, I hate gaming, games are stupid, they're all the same thing, all about the guy appeal, the male appeal. It's like
triggered.
Yeah, it's like this and like Undertale or another one. Stardew Valley's definitely one up there. It's like games are for everybody, especially PC games.
I wouldn't necessarily just say PC games. I would say like
I said
indie.
Especially.
Well, yeah, especially because they're all available. But I would say it mostly comes down to indie games.
Yeah, well, that's I said it because it's indie games are mainly a part of the PC.
Yeah, I agree, but
unless they do like this one, which they'll be integrated eventually to the console.
Which they can still experience it if that's the case. Like they did that with Stardew Valley. This is why I bring it up. They eventually ported Stardew Valley over to the consoles.
Yeah.
And several other ones. They're trying to go for more indie releases on consoles, which is, good for them, but
smart. Although I always worry about indie developers because I don't know anything about designing a game myself. I don't know what goes into the code, how long it takes, even if it's the simplest thing like make a character move, which that might not actually be that hard because I've done simple stuff, but I've never done anything quite like this.
The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hallownest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves in the city to the city at this kingdom's heart. Sorry. There, all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. Interesting. Can I use this for something?
No, but you've wasted it. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, see the music picked up. I have a feeling I can't get through this quite yet. Let me past him. Just walk around. It's that simple. Yeah, I think I need to wait until I get a ranged weapon or something.
Maybe.
Or if I could do like a dash attack.
Which then you could probably unlock the caterpillar.
That's a good point. What were you saying about you don't know what goes into it?
Yeah, I don't know what goes into it, so I can never say like comfortably because we were talking about how indie games are getting ported to the consoles, and I'm like, we're getting ported to another system, medium in general.
Yep.
That's a whole other type of code you need to write up, and I don't know what you could transfer exactly from your original code from PC games to a console game. This guy is someone you can talk to, definitely.
Hello there. Or, hello there. That tone is everything.
Hello there. Come down to explore the beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me.
I'm just sitting here fucking writing
I
things.
just have this weird snout thing that I like to... What if he writes with that mouth? Like he just produces... He's like a bug.
He produces ink.
Yeah.
Yeah, or some sort of thing that would mark things. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost in finding your way. It's slowly transitioning.
Huh.
Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far?
Oh, I like that voice for him. That's a good voice.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Get a map. Hold left bumper, so
I have a
L1.
feeling this is going to turn Dark Souls-like, where it's, everyone you meet on the adventure will eventually meet up at the hub area.
Mm-hmm. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you're not the head for directions, or if you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife Iselda. So he's from the Surface, that shop.
Oh, okay.
She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me.
That's clever. But what I was saying was,
Oh, so it doesn't even...
This is just a area.
It's literally a map. Like, it doesn't even show where we are. So we need to figure it out. I'm thinking that big skull thing is the boss.
The guy was that couldn't let you pass. What I was saying, though, before I forget it or whatever it was, because there's so much stress involved in just getting a game out, I'm curious if it's like porting a game over must cost a lot more time and effort, and I don't know like how stressful or how good or bad that is for a game, especially if you're the only one doing it, because then it's like if your console port fails or is not very good, it's like it's like trying to learn a new language is what I think it's like.
I mean, basically, yeah, because as far as I remember, at least the PS4 has a different architecture than a normal PC. So it has different types of code and other different things. This is nice.
Those must be giants that just got integrated into the nature of underground. You could rest.
Oh, it's probably a checkpoint too.
It's also, yeah.
This is a really good, like, screensaver.
Huh. That is very clever to integrate it that way.
Very peaceful music too.
Yeah.
It's almost giving me not a Zelda feel, but like a. There are certain games where there are certain games where the safe area will have a it has a specific music, like Resident Evil safe area.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And you
Damn.
Okay.
I got
fucking read there. I got read like a book. Are more gonna spawn or can I break out? Oh, that's not good. Let me out.
Now I have to deal with my brother and I. How dare you kill our other brother? You killed our son! Mother and father come in. He was just a child. He didn't know any better. And you slaughtered him.
And you slaughtered him like the rest of our family. You know all those other small bugs? Those were our children. I don't know what it is, but this area is kind of giving me... I know it's supposed to look like stone, but it's giving me a very organic feeling. Like it looks fairly organic. Like the background.
It's fleshy almost?
Yeah.
When I think organic, I think maybe... It's hard to say. Organic can mean a couple things, but I guess the initial one that I thought of when you said organic here was like fleshy and flood-like.
I'm almost thinking a...
Halo flood-like.
Yeah. I'm almost thinking more of a alien, like xenomorphs.
I see. I could see that way more. Oh, jeez.
The environment's trying to kill me.
If I kill you, I get my memories back.
Look at that in the background.
I don't like that. I don't like anything like those.
Is there a reason for that?
Probably because I've seen, like, there's a part in, like, King Kong where,
Spoiler alert for, like, a 60-year-old movie.
Not 60.
No, it was the remake or the first
the
one?
remake.
Oh, okay.
Where,
So
everyone gets stuck in, like, a cavern, like, they get... I think it's in the middle, like, after King Kong fights, like, the T-Rex or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
And they get pushed into a ravine or something, and all the bugs swarm them. It's like those things slowly come out and grab one arm, a leg, his head. They just continue to grab him in different directions. And, like, they don't chew, they don't crush, they slowly digest. And they just have him while he dies slowly. So there was that, and then, like, I'm still recovering from my playthrough of what was it, Subnautica, with the worms that I ran into in the cave.
Oh, right.
Because those guys sucked.
You tend to have problems with things that are, like...
Bug-like?
Not bug-like, necessarily, but, kind of, like, of an absorby nature, if that makes any sense. Like, something that doesn't quite eat right.
Yeah, I try to break that down for when I analyzing horror, because I've realized what makes something horrifying, or that helps make something horrifying, but doesn't give it the, I'm scary, like a guy walking around with a mask and a machete is like, that's unnerving. That indicates physical danger. But something that is way more impactful danger is something that makes you fear for your life, but you don't know why you fear the person or thing yet. That's what's scary, is that you don't know. And so when something is just normal enough, but not normal, that's what's the scariest about something. Like, the greatest example I could think of is Vanish, if anyone's seen the game Vanish. It's an older horror game, indie horror game that came out where it was pretty popular when it did. Unfortunately, it didn't go anywhere, I don't think. It was produced by, I think, the company was called Two or Three Drunk Guys, or I think that's what they were called. Two Drunk Guys is what the company was called.
That sounds a bit more familiar. Two Drunk Guys.
But it was basically you walk into a sewer system or a drainage system, and you have to find keys and get out, and there's glow sticks and notes all over the place. But the enemy is living down there, and it's a bunch of monsters that are just all about, and they could hear you. And Markiplier played it, and they slowly walk up to you because they hear something. They stop, they kind of like move around very weird, and their arms are so like close to their body, imagine like a bird person, kind of.
Or like, not necessarily a T-Rex, but
a little more closer to a T-Rex, but normal long-sized arms. And it's like, they're just walking. They didn't do anything. And it's like, you don't know what their deal is. And that's what's horrifying about it. Yeah, like, I lost my mind. Markiplier lost his mind when seeing it. I was like, what are you? Oh my god. It's just, are you going to hurt me? That's, you don't know. And it's just subtle enough to be like, that's a stereotypical monster, but it's not acting right. So what do I do? Oh.
It's our friends.
Oh. It's all the ones you saved. Which are 3. Oh, he gives you stuff for helping. For saving them. But look at all those holes. That means there's a lot of them.
Jesus. Am I seeing a collectathon? Because we don't know if it's just those ones there or in the background, too.
No, it's probably just these ones, I would hope.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure once you collect all of them, other ones just come out.
That would make sense.
It's an appeal thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess based on like what I think that's like from other games, it's probably just going to give you like a best armor type of deal.
Yeah. I do want to get back to the surface, because also I noticed you can move while reading the map, and it like moves a little bit slower, and you look like you're actually reading a map, which is a nice touch. I want to get back to the surface to see if I can get to that shop again. Meanwhile, I'm just breaking all this ancient shit. Look at all these discoveries we can make. It
kind of comes off from what the people are saying. It sounds like exploring and or not just discovering, but keeping things intact are kind of important. It's what it came out kind of sounding.
Hey, we're up. This doesn't look like a flourishing city.
Yeah, it's because it was on the left. A door.
A stone door with a simple lock.
Which means I have lockpicks. I could pick a simple lock.
Simple locks are the easiest ones. It's the complex locks you have to worry.
You would never have guessed, but that's the case. Oh, the wife.
Bapanada.
Bapanada. Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise, he's headed down below.
Aww.
He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now let's see what we have for sale.
Highly recommended if you are having trouble finding your way in the maze of ruins below us. Try this charm.
Well, pinpoint your location on your map. Interesting. So it's like if you need the handicap, you can have one.
Yeah.
I mean,
for spice, I mean, do we want that? I mean, I think the maps are pretty, like...
I like the maps as a map.
I like them too, but I also don't want to be real stuck at later.
That's a good point.
But I wouldn't buy that one yet.
Yeah,
it seems like something else would be more useful.
Oh, here we go.
A weapon?
You'll need this if you want to update your map with new areas as you explore. It's essential for anyone serious about mapping. That's cool. Maybe we could actually like draw our own rooms and shit. That'd be neat. Bench pin. These pins will mark benches and other rest spots on your map. Useful if you're exhausted and just need to find somewhere to sit. So that'll find the checkpoints, it seems. Cocoon pin. Have you seen those beautiful blue cocoons? I made these pins so you can keep track of them. The cocoons are pretty, but very delicate. Please be careful around them. We haven't seen those yet, I don't think. Vendor pin. Use these pins to mark shopkeepers or anything interesting, or any other interesting bugs. Okay, so we are bugs. Every so often, Should you pass by and see how they're doing? Or you should pass by and see how they're doing. I'm sure they'd like that. Hot spring. Keeps track of hot spring. Interesting. I think
Were
we should
the
get
hot springs also where we were saved?
No, those were
The
the
save
benches.
Yeah.
I want to at the very least get the quill.
So then what are hot springs?
That I don't know.
What was the bug one?
The vendor or the cocoon?
The vendor.
The vendor, it marks shopkeepers or other interesting people we might find. So I can afford 2 more.
I'd get the one we just said, vendor.
Okay, and then I would probably hold off.
Because we could find more vendors down there. We'll spend the money there.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even make the parallel that it would be another vendor. I thought it would.
No.